Okay, Manny. Who are we probing today? Oh, come on, Manny. You said I could probe somebody.
Okay, I am your host, Manny Moonraker, and welcome to episode 44 of the UFO Report News. It is Tuesday, and as promised, we're going to the twice Tuesday, Thursday news report episodes. Can I thank you for returning, listening to my madness. And before we get started, I just want to chew the fat a little bit, shoot the breeze. For some strange reason, this morning I woke up with the worst foot pain. And through my mind, for some reason, I just had this picture of being abducted and taken away and me struggling like a action film star, struggling to get away from E.T. And, there really is no other explanation for my foot hurting the way it does. It's the craziest thing. I feel like I was in a marathon or something and I lost a race. I posted this on my profile on Facebook and Chris chimed in. Of course, he thinks I was probably probed as well, but that area of the landscape is okay. There are no ill effects, so more than likely I'm thinking I had some kind of a cramp on my foot that was like major. But it's weird. The first thing that comes to my mind is, did I get abducted? Did they finally catch up to me? Did Corey Good and his Martian goons make it up to the Moonraker base and try to have their way with me? I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm not gonna sit here like Tyler and say that the MIB is sitting outside of my home. But geez, that's wicked. All right, let's get right to it. We have an article from what appears to be a rubber dicker source, but you make the call as always. I'm not going to try to convince you that this is a rubber dicker. You guys are more than willing and able to make that assertion on your own. So the story is titled "Shock as Ancient Pyramid Found on the Moon. UFO Hunter Claims Significant Discovery." First of all, everything they claim is significant. But usually it's a bunch of hogwash. So apparently this self-proclaimed UFO hunter scours images of space looking for evidence of alien life, which of course has to do with our own solar system. And he says that he found a pyramid-like structure on the surface of the moon. This so-called anomaly hunter. I mean, we got all kind of names coming out of this stuff. He is a self-proclaimed anomaly hunter, and his name is Mark Swalla. No, Ashton Kutcher is not trying to prank you right now. The guy's name really is Mark Swalla. Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. But this story is bananas. He says that he apparently revealed his findings of the pyramid on the moon on YouTube. He was actually interviewed by the Express UK, and he told them, "Here is a pyramid-looking object in the middle of Eudoxus crater." Apparently the image came from the NASA Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter. And Mr. Swallow came across it and decided to make it an issue. He said when he started to research the huge map that was uploaded by NASA from these images, he found the pyramid, and his fellow anomaly hunters have also found other objects in that same image. So apparently, the cackle of rubber dickers are totally looking over these reconnaissance satellite images and finding all kinds of things not too 4.2 far. It's great because apparently Mr. Swallow has other findings that he's popular for, including an alien craft, cubes, other structures on the moon, and even some buildings on Venus. He's a busy guy. Some conspiracy theories apparently also claim that the reason why NASA did not go back to the moon is because aliens from 4.2 far let them know that the moon was off limits. Stay away, don't come back, or you'll get the probing of your life. Of course, that's never been proven. It's still a conspiracy. There's also the other conspiracy that the moon is artificial and it was placed there by ET from 4.2 far, and it's basically a monitoring station to keep track of us. Listen, the good thing about this article is that they don't forget to mention, as we've said here before, that pareidolia could be a significant reason why people like Mr. Swallow tend to see these familiar objects in images of the moon, Mars, Venus. It's because the brain is trying to identify things and make them familiar and not so foreign. But Mr. Swallow did get checked by Scott Brando of UFO Interest. Mr. Brando says that when he looked at the image, what he saw was basically an optical illusion, and that the image that Swallow used was actually a very low quality image, and that's why he saw too many things. Scott Brando provided a clearer official image from NASA because, of course, if you try to go on the NASA website, you can get a high-res, high-definition image, but the file size is extremely significant, and probably Mr. Swallow, in between takes, was not able to download such a large file, and he opted for the low image, shitty looking picture. So Scott Brando provided a high quality image, and apparently all you really see is a crater. The link is in the description, so if you guys want to check this out and take a look at this yourself, come to your own conclusions. Did Mark Swallow find something unusual? Or did he screw the pooch on this one by opting for a lower image picture of this crater and jumping the gun, trying to tell people that he found something? Let me know what you think.
Coming to you from the hills of Texas, right here. UFO Buster Radio is now on the air. You can visit Manny and Big O at UFOBusterRadio.com. That's right, this is Bubba Doohickey saying, boys, squeal like a pig. Oink, oink, oink.
Alright, so on this next story, I actually retweeted this because it came up on Twitter, and I was like, man, this is fascinating. This seems like a really cool story. So I retweeted it, and the title of this story, Alien UFO Shock, Mom and 6 kids see flying saucer before 3 beings get out. I mean, how could you not want to read this? So I retweeted it, decided I'll check it out later on during the day, but, give the people who follow me a little bit of a heads up. So I started to read the story, and so the story says that a mother of 6 claimed that a flying saucer landed on the ground before 3 very tall men in silver suits appeared beside it. And I was thinking to myself, damn, this sounds familiar. And then it goes on to read that the bizarre sighting is said to have happened near Normanton, West Yorkshire. And apparently one of the children ran into the kitchen and told the mom a plane had landed in a nearby field. At that point, something snapped, and I'm like, I know I've heard this. This is so familiar, but I can't put my finger on it. Like, what the hell is this? Is that where I ended up when I got abducted? Maybe I saw this. Maybe I was there. But no, as I continue to read, the story is actually a story that Philip Mantle recounted for us here on UFO Buster Radio back in episode 58 when we interviewed him. The incident actually occurred in 1979. What's funny about this is that when I saw the West Yorkshire, I could hear Philip Mantle saying West Yorkshire in my head. It's like, but I couldn't put it together. So you can read the story. I put it in the description if you want to look at it. However, there's nothing better than hearing Philip Mantle actually tell you the story as he did during the interview that I conducted with him back last November. And I remember it like it was last November. My question to him was, which incident that you researched over the years is the one that you remember the most, the one that had the greatest impact on you? This is the story that Philip Mantle recounted in that interview. I've got the link to that specific interview within the description as well, if you want to hop on over there and check it out. I mean, it's like listening to Sean Connery tell you about their UFO hunting days. And it's a really good interview because I thought, well, not all UFO researchers are rubber dickers, right? Because Philip Mantle was out there at a time where there wasn't a whole lot of technology. And he goes into describing how he would go out and camp, by places where there were a lot of incidents, a lot of UFO sightings, and he would camp out there in the outdoors, waiting for something to happen to capture it on camera or to at least have a first-hand account. Those are the days where there wasn't that much rubber dicking going around, at least not in the UK from what we hear from Philip Mantle, but it's a great interview. I actually enjoyed it. It's one of my better interviews. Not because of me, but because of him. And you should check it out. It's pretty cool. So the last thing before we end this episode, I kind of posted a little tidbit, a little pre-screen of what's coming for UFO Buster Radio in the UBR Truth Seekers Facebook group. This winter, we're going to have our first annual Rubber Dickies. The Rubber Dickies, it's going to be an award. The first annual Rubber Dickies is an award for the top Rubber Dicker of the year. And so what we're going to do is that we're going to select Rubber Dickers from the news stories we've covered this year. And you, the listener, will vote on who's going to win that award. And this is not just an award for, shits and giggles. This is a real award. We're going to get a little trophy, and we're going to mail it to the rubber dicker that wins, along with an explanation of why they won the award. If you guys, for some reason, I'm putting it out there right now, vote for Stan Romanek as the main rubber dicker, it might be a little hard to get it into the prison for him to see it. So keep an eye out for that. I'm going to try to get that poll up so that you guys can vote for it on UFO Buster Radio sometime in October. Get that poll going early. But we've got about another 3 months. I'm sure we're going to come across quite a few more rubberdickers that may just take the title away from someone like Stan. Thank you for listening today. Don't forget to check us out on social media: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and UFOBusterRadio.com. I'll catch you on Thursday night. Laters.